Motivation in dogs refers to what your dog is willing to work for. There are multiple types of motivation, and it's going to be a little bit different for each dog as an individual, but it's up to you as the owner to find out what your dog really likes and is willing to put in some effort in order to get. The main types of motivation are food, play, and pets or affection. Most commonly, food works for a lot of dogs, and it is the one primary reinforcer that you can fairly manipulate in order to increase or decrease that motivation. Positive motivation refers to what your dog is willing to work for that they love and can use as a reward, and negative motivation is what works for your dog as a little bit of discouragement toward what you don't want. Dogs work for positive motivation like food in the same way we work for positive motivation like our paychecks. You are motivated to go to work and do your job well so that you can earn that paycheck at the end of every 2 weeks. And same with negative motivation. We are motivated by consequences just the way dogs are. I want to make sure that I pay my bills on time so that I don't get the negative consequence of having my power shut off. It is, again, up to you as the owner to find out what those things are, but it is ultimately up to your dog as to what they decide is going to be negatively or positively motivating to them. Some dogs really like food and work incredibly well for just their kibble. Some dogs require something a little bit more high value. Other dogs are incredibly toy-driven or play motivated. I even heard of a dog once who loved water so much a spray bottle was a positive thing to them. So it's up to you to get creative and find out what motivates your dog and what they're willing to work for or consequences they are willing to work away from. If you are working on food motivation with your dog, one pro tip is to make sure that you are feeding them on a schedule and balancing the amount of food that you are feeding them with the amount of rewards food-wise that you are giving them during training. You can even utilize their food if they're willing to work for their kibble as training time and training rewards as opposed to just putting it down in a bowl. And we would recommend away from free feeding your dog, because if their food is around all the time and available just as is in abundance, they're going to value it less and be less willing to work for it. If my paycheck was dropped at my door every day, as much as I love my job, I would be a little bit less motivated to be here as much as I am. Same with the dog's food. If it's available in abundance all the time, what value do they have to really work for it unless they are just in the mood? So if you want your food motivation to be a little bit higher, balance out what they are eating, when they are eating, and how they are working for it.